If I'm driving, I bring a whole truck full of toys. I can only bring as much as I can cram in the overhead and check legally on the plane at this point. This is a song I usually play on the mandolin. It was written on the mandolin. One of my songwriting methods is I like to drive with my knees and play the mandolin while I'm going down the highway. It sounds like bragging, but it's really a public service announcement. Because I'm in your area with a big old rent-a-car. This song came about, my buddies in the country band Sawyer, we were making a record, and they're a talented bunch, and we needed, they were fool enough to let me co-produce the record, but we needed one more up-tempo, toe-tapper sort of song. And I asked Mark Miller, the lead singer, I said, well, we need one more song, and he said, I know. I said, do you want to call some of our great songwriter buddies and see what they got? And he said, no, I don't. He just picked up my truck keys and shook them. He said, get your mandolin, go. We'll wait. No pressure. So I took off down the road out south out of Nashville with a mandolin and a large American SUV, stomping my feet. And I got this, I got a chorus and a verse, and I felt pretty good about it, and I turned around and went back, and they were at the studio, and we finished the song up in a hurry and recorded it. We had a #1 country record with it. You never know what's going to happen. And maybe 6 months passed, and we were at one of these Music City music dinner things like they have in Nashville, and just happened to get seated with our buddy Waylon who's a hero of mine. And I have to tell you that I was raised better than to drop names, but we're going to have a little bit of that across the course of this evening. My mom will have to forgive me. She's up there with Jimmy, but Mark was bragging on me. He said, Waylon, that song we just had a #1 with, Mac, he wrote that with a mandolin, driving with his knees. Have you ever heard of anything like that? Waylon said, oh yeah, we used to do that all the time. I thought I invented it, you know. He told us in the old days when he and George Jones were running, if they needed 4 more songs to finish a record, they would just load up a car with alcohol and guitars and take off driving west until they had 2 songs and then turn it around. They were doing math at the same time. That's how cool those guys were. I was just stomping my foot. But anyway, we're going to do an original version of the song. I can't quite stomp this stage, but Eric's going to stomp for me, and I don't have a mandolin. We're going to do it on guitar, but this is called This Time. I've introduced it so long, there's no real reason to play it at this point. But for continuity's sake, we're going to keep it going. Sitting on the front porch, nothing but time. Missed you so bad, I'm about to go blind. Busted and the door kicked in. From the last time we said never again, but this time gonna see you coming. Ain't gonna be surprised. But this time gonna know what hit me right between the eyes. But just for one time, gonna think it over before we speak our mind. Oh, and I know we can make it go this time. Thank you. Appreciate Sawyer Brown for that.